All right, good evening, Kenya. This is Youth Cafe live from Nairobi. It's yet another beautiful Friday evening, and we are so glad that you took time to tune into KTN News. My name is Zinzi Kipiko.
And the hottest man in East and Central Africa, Brian Aseli. Ile show kali Africa ishaanza na nakwambia tuko na vitu kibao of course, Uluwe may come through. Of course, to make sure we get kuona at corner na kuna stories hapa hivi katikati. Of course, to make sure that pia umetweet kwa sababu tunataka kuwe part of this. Hashtag Youth Cafe at Brian_Aseli.
At Zinzi_K. And the thing is, Brian Aseli has a great person this week for Person of the Week. I cannot wait for you guys to come across that. But before that, let us give you some of the top stories that made headlines this week, especially online. And the very first one is hashtag KOT commends. As you know, this week we were celebrating 54 years of independence as Kenya. And President Uhuru Kenyatta had a list of the people that he believed as Kenyans should be commended. Of course, some Kenyans were happy with the list. Others were also not too happy with the list, saying there are few personalities such as Patrick Kilonzo, who, by the way, is here with us in studio. The waterman behind Savo, he wasn't commended. While we are commending Kidheri man.
Hey. Mimi nakwambia watu kama Robert Alayo limake it kwa hiyo list, lakini kuna watu kibao wamekuwa wakizusha juu hiyo list, lakini nakwambia kuna dem mmoja yule wa Cabs Nairobi Mwigals Nairobi, wase kama Victor Muyakane walikuwa wase wanoma sana, wali make sure that hizo 34 Bs zisigonge umsi. So nakwambia those are some of the things that zilinibamba about Kenyans.
Yes, but also there are people in that list who, of course, Kenyans still felt very proud of, such as Fatuma Sarika, who is a female boxer, a champion, and she's going to be with us here in studio as well. But what were your thoughts on this whole issue? The KOT list versus that of President Uhuru Kenyatta. We have about 8 awards here in Kenya, and one of those awards is the State of Honors Awards that we saw being given out during Jamhuri Day.
Mrs. Mwaniki was one of the people when you educate Charlie Klein to Enoch. Paka uni, mazejo akakuwa doctor. So those are some of the people, watu walisahau soldiers wetu huko hivyo Somalia, lakini nakwambia
our soldiers, there was the team of doctors who helped separate the twins. That was very phenomenal, not only in Kenya but on the African continent. So we're asking, where are those people on that list?
Exactly.
Okay? So that's a conversation that we'll be having later on Open Mic. The KOT comments, but we will have 2 different people. Patrick Kilonzo, who was not on that list, but every Kenyan, especially online, knows him for what he's been doing with his own shilling to make sure that he's providing water to the wild animals in Tsavo Park. And then we also have Fatuma Zarika, who has also made us proud. And she was part of the 59 people on that list. But away from that, let us now take you to what Kenyans have been searching for online, all right? 2017 has come to an end, and these are just some of the things that you have been searching for throughout this year, courtesy of Google. We want to actually show them to you right now. Politics was a big issue. Look at that. IEBC results was one of the top things that Kenyans were searching for. Gambia. Yes.
KCP 2017 results. Wase walishtuka sana. Despacito. Kitu flani hapo Despacito. TV. TV. Nakwambia NASA Jubilee Party pia, naona pia pale NASA flag bearers. Hizi vitu za politics zote kibao zilikuwa featured kwa hiyo list.
SGR as well, presidential results. So it's been a very political year, and you can see the same thing happening online. Take a look at this. Trending people. Mwai Kibaki, our former president, was one of the most sought out after people online. Babu Owino, Ezra Chiloba, Janet Kanini, may her soul rest in peace. Nicholas B. Ward when he passed away as well. All these people, Kenyans are looking for them.
Kama yani hii list wangetaja wanjigi. Nakwambia ingekuwa tu ni noma. Nerito pia, Nkaiseri na mcheki pale pia, Robert Mugabe. Nani angetaka ku search about Mugabe? And of course, Chris Msando. So those are some of the people who are trending for Google search.
But take a look at this. Trending events. Kenyans were on their eyes on the elections. The lecturer strike, the biggest fight in this year. Floyd versus McGregor. That was an amazing one.
That was a good one. I watched it live, by the way.
Oh, really? So you stayed up late? Or you woke up in the morning?
I'm telling you, I woke up very early in the morning. Sunday. Hiyo siku pastor wangu hakuniona. Confederations Cup was an amazing one. African Cup of Nations 2017. Nani apendi dimba? Wali make sure wamecheki dimba. Alafu pale Zimbabwe ku.
Yes.
Sema kuchezwa.
So a lot of that is just some of the examples that Kenyans were searching for online 2017. So I hope we've helped you give a glimpse of what it is that you guys were looking for this year. But apart from that, no, sweetheart, not yet. You'll get there.
Hakuna number 10.
But at number 10, but apart
Number
from
10,
that,
you and I.
we're getting there. Apart from that, we had a chance to speak to Dorothy Oku, who is the head of public relations for Google Africa, in regards to what Kenyans have been searching for and the relation between Kenya's searches with those of South Africa and Nigeria, given that we are one of the top countries in the continent when it comes to our online presence. Exactly. But also the comparison between Kenya and of that of the global view. All right, so take a look at a conversation I had with Dorothy. So the year has come to an end. It's December 2017. But what have Kenyans, what have you been searching for online? And to give us a better perspective of this, Dorothy Oko of Google Africa is here. Dorothy, thank you so much for taking time to speak to KTN News on One-on-One. So a lot of politics, football, boxing has been in a lot of the searches. What more can you tell us about Kenyans and their online habits?
So politics seems to be a big thing, and sports is a big thing. We saw, be it boxing, Floyd McGregor fight was a big thing, and EPL, Kenyans are crazy about football, La Liga, Africa Cup of Nations. As long as it's sports and as long as it's football, they are there.
TBM is a revolution, is a Greek word.
Also, it's actually a real word.
It is a Greek word meaning revolution.
It's been a political year, and we can tell even from what Kenyans have been searching online. Right.
And even the personalities, it all had to do with a lot of politics. So I think way before August, the whole half of the year has really been about politics, about elections. I think we closed our mind to everything that was happening outside. A few things that happened in Africa did turn our attention. The Gambia change of guard seemed to have driven people online as well. The Zimbabwe coup pushed people to find out what was happening in Zimbabwe, so we were not only looking at Kenya. And the Catalonia referendum, which was also a global trending thing, was also trending in Kenya.
So what very many people might not know is that as Kenyans, there are few searches that you'll find South Africans and Nigerians are equally searching for on the continent. And you mentioned a few of them, like the fight.
Right.
And Zimbabwe.
Right. The Zimbabwe coup seemed to have trended in Nigeria, in South Africa, in Kenya.